Right, as you can see, what we're doing now is working out for the roof frame. So what I've been doing, let's move this out of the way, is cut these two of these bars, one for either side, and then the angle there and the angle there is the same angle we used to cut the top. So it's just a matter of transferring it round, and that fetches as a level cut and level to wall. And then measured them down and made them the same length as the shed, and then subtracted the width of the faceplate, which basically is just another piece 2 before, and then that makes it all flush and run in line then straight across. So all I'm doing now, as you can see, I've got everything clamped up so it holds this in place, and I'm just going to work out how much overhang I want here, and I'm not sure whether to put a bit of a fancy end of this or whether I'm going to carry it on level across so that I can fetch the guttering round into the wall and fetch my down pipe down there. I haven't made my mind upon that one just yet. I don't know whether to just fetch the guttering off here, fetch it straight down and then run it into the corner and round, or whether to run it round here. I'm going to see what it looks like in a minute. Like I've said, there's no hard and fast rule to these. To basically anything you want to make, you make it to suit whatever purpose you're wanting it to suit. So there's nobody can say, right, there's a book, follow that book exactly, because it might not work for where you want. So like I say, a lot of it is just making it up as you go along. As long as the end result's what you want, you've cracked it. Right, I'll get this sorted out and I'll fetch you back in a minute. Right, so we've got the front on now for the roof. Just put a bit of fancy on for that end. The roof will overhang the front of this, and then the guttering brackets can clamp on that. Hopefully keep everything nice and dry for us. As you can see, got both the top supports in there, and we're level with the front of the shed. What I need to do now is just lift this up. I need to put an extension piece under here, so when I put the other board on the roof, I put a piece out to about here, so when I put the other board on, it's got something to sit on. It's not just flapping about if any weight gets on it. So I'm just debating on whether to use a piece of this on its edge, so that sticks out, or whether to cut a piece of ply or a piece of OSB, which will be a bit thinner, might look a bit neater actually. So I'll have a look anyway, and then I'll show you whatever I decide to do. But we're getting there. The other thing I've got is that this wall's in a bit of disrepair. As you can see, it needs pointing, so I mean it's all the way up and a lot at the bottom. So not sure whether to just get the roof on and then get it all pointed up before I put all my internals in, so I'm not working round them. I don't know, I'll see when I get round to that bit. But of course I've got all the rest of the wall then. Once you start, it's one of them never-ending jobs. It just keeps going and going, and the wall goes all the way down there right to the new one. We'll see on that one. Right, change of plan. we're not having the fancy bit here. I'm going to take the roof equal distance now all the way round, and then we can get the gutter on better. Right, now then, because I didn't want this end coming out, I've shortened it. That left me with a bit of a weird corner because I got a dip here, so when the roof went on, I don't know, I think it just might have looked weird, so I've just quickly made these up, one for there and one to match in there, just a bit of fancy, just to get round that sort of dead space in there that I'm trying to get rid of. I think it looks all right. They're just a couple of offcuts of the decking, quick whip round with a pattern and then jigsaw, and you've got them. Then just fasten them in. I think when roof's on, it'll just finish that edge off nicely. Need to cut this OSB board down, it's a bit too long, so I'm just going to quickly whip across here with a saw and get that to length, and I can get this one fastened in. Same again, I know I'm using a track saw, but this can all be done with a hand saw. It's just I've got the tools, so that's why I'm using them. I'll show you how this works. And that's it, simple as that. Just saves time, that's all. Like I say, you can do the same with the hand saw. If you've got a circular saw, you can clamp a spirit level across, use that as a straight edge and cut it straight with a circular. You can even do it with a jigsaw. All manner of ways to cut this stuff. Right, you can see a bit better now. I've got one of the roof panels on. How this just finishes this end off, and I haven't got that little dip like I would have right in that main area. Just a bit of fancy as well, so makes it look a bit better. Right, I'm just going to measure up and mark the other bit of the roof, get that cut, and I can start fastening the roof in then. Right, what we're doing at the moment, well, so at the moment, yesterday, wasted a day out of my life really, pointing all this wall up. You can see all the whole, well, not all the wall, just the bits I need so I can get the log store done. All down here, look, all the way up. So I've got that section pointed. I've still got all this to do yet. It is bad, but that'll wait for another day. Right, so what we're doing today is, before I put the roof on there, what I'm doing, I'm taking these old felt shingles off, and then I'm going to take the felt off that other end, and we're going to replace the entire thing all the way down in new felt shingles, so it all looks and blends in nicely. So I'll just ripping all them off. They're proving to be a little bit stubborn, but they're coming. So once I've got them off, I'll fetch you back. Right, we've got one run of felt on all the way across now. By no means finished. I said this is just using this as a pre-felt, and then that's what the log store looks like now with the roof on. I'm going to pick some of those felt shingles up, put those over the top. With a bit of luck, that should keep it waterproof. Morning. Right, just been cutting the pieces that will fit in there. They're going to make the bottom, and then obviously same for the shelf, same for the other side. But what I want to do before then is, there's no real need, it's just me wanting as much protection as I can. I'm going to paint the bottoms, paint the end grain and everything before they go in, because obviously I'll not be able to get to them once they're fitted. So I'll get on with that, and then fetch you back once I've got some in. Right, there you go. Looks a bit different with a coat of paint on. It's on its first coat, needs another one. Get another coat on that, then we can start filling it with logs. And as soon as I can get hold of them, get the felt shingles for the roof, get that finished. Right, there we are for the second coat. As you can see now, we've lost all that stripiness out of the paint. Sun's in way now. It all looks a lot better. See, these are the type of shingles we've gone for. What I'm doing on the front row is doubling them up like this, so you don't see the felt underneath. So basically all I've done is half lap them and double those up, and then we start going single, and the next one overlaps that one single. Just work our way over, nailing just below these, I think they're like a glue line when the sun gets on. Typical, halfway through telling you, and the battery died. Right, so according to the instructions, you put your nails just below these lines, which are they're like another piece of felt, another piece of adhesive, so I think when the sun gets on them, melts them, and then they stick together and help hold each other down. So with a bit of luck, it should stay on. I'll get a bit more done, I'll fetch you back as I get further on, and you can see the progress a bit better. Right, you can see how it's going to look. But I've got to stop for today because I've run out of nails. I'll pick some more of them up and get it finished off tomorrow then. Then start filling it. Right, as you can see, we've got all the shingles on now. All we've got to do is get the flashing done in there. Well, I'm going to get somebody to do that for me. I've never had a go at that, and I don't want to mess it up now. And then what we've done here, we've got a string line which comes from the gutter bracket at this end and goes to the gutter bracket at the other end. That one is as high as we can get it. This one is as low as we can get it, so we've got the fall coming this way. It'll go round the corner to the pipe in that corner. Bob a string on it, and then, you know, like this bracket we've got on here goes up to the string, and we know then as we put each bracket on, we're running in line, and hopefully that gives us enough fall for all the rainwater to run out. So I'll get this done, and then we'll start putting the gutter in, and I'll show you how it goes from there. Right, we've got all those brackets and joining pieces. All up to the string, and hopefully that should now give us a fairly level base to work to. I'll get the guttering in now and we'll see how that looks. Right, I've just cut this shape out, just out of an offcut of the decking we've used to make the log store, and that's going to sit nicely on the edge like that once I've painted it, just to seal the end off. And hopefully that should be the end of this job. I say I've just got to get somebody in to do the flashing for me, and we're sorted. Got all the guttering on all the way down. Brought it down, and just so it doesn't all flood down here, let it out into the garden, so hopefully it'll just run away into the soil. But we'll not, well, I won't know how that works until we get a bit of rain and see what it does. Right, I'll get this painted and then show you what it's like when it's on. Right, that's the end done now. That's the log store finished. All I've got to do now is fill it full of logs. The guttering, because I want to get it, I don't just want it pooling on the floor there, so I've just put a little bit of guttering. It'll run down, hopefully into the garden and away from here. Right, that's it, so we'll see you later.